All right? You so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, Haitians, Jamaicans, you are the true Jews that the Bible speaks of. And it's time to come back to your heritage. All right? Let me get Colossians 3:17.
This is the book of Colossians chapter 3, and whatsoever you do in word or deed.
It says, whatever you do in word or deed, whatever you speak, and the actions that follow suit behind it, read.
Do all in the name of the Mashiach Yahushua.
It said, do all in the name of Mashiach Yahushua in the Hebrew tongue, okay? It's not Jesus, that's just Greek. All right? The Messiah spoke Hebrew, read.
Giving thanks to the Abba and the Father by him.
And giving thanks to the Abba, Yahweh, Bahashim Mashiach Yahushua, okay? We are the chosen people of the Most High God. Let me get Jeremiah 28 and verse 8. And you get 2nd Esdras 15:1. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 28 and verse 8.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28 and verse 8.
Bring it up.
The prophets,
says the prophets, okay,
that have been before me.
And the prophets that have been before us, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Amos, they've been before us, read.
And before thee, of old prophesied.
Did they what?
Of old prophesied.
What are we doing?
Of old prophesied.
We out here prophesying to you Native Americans, you blacks, you so-called Hispanics, okay? This is your history book, read.
Both against many countries.
They prophesy against many countries, read.
And against great kingdoms.
And they prophesy against great kingdom. Is not America a great kingdom? We prophesy on the downfall of this place. This place is wicked. They promote a number of wickedness here, okay? Same-sex marriages, okay?
Of wars.
Of what?
Of wars.
Of wars. Okay, the Most High God is a man of war, read.
And of evil.
And of evil. All right, 15:1.
This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 15, verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people.
It says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people, okay? The word my is possessive pronoun. It means ownership, right?
The words of prophecy.
The words of who?
The words of prophecy. Which I will put in thy mouth.
And which you will put in our mouth. So we are here in the highways and the byways to preach the good word. Okay, we're here to preach the tidings. We're here to tell y'all people you are special in the eyes of the Most High God. We are the chosen people, right?
Said the Most High. And cause them to be written in paper.
And cause it to be written in the paper, okay? You get Isaiah 34:16. All right, you get Revelations 1 and verse 3, okay? And he caused his word to be written down on paper for our people, okay? A whole bunch of y'all got Bibles in your home just collecting dust. Not knowing this is your history book, okay? This is your kingdom this is your kingdom, Most High God, all right? Bring it up.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 34 and verse 16. Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read.
It says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. What's the book of the Lord? Okay, the KJV, okay? The 1611, okay? That's the book of the Lord, read.
No one of these shall fail.
It said, no one of these shall fail, okay? Read.
None shall want her mate.
None shall want her mate. No other book can match up to the Bible, okay? It's not the book of the dead. It's not Kemet, okay? All right? It's not the Quran, okay? Read.
For my mouth it hath commanded it.
It said, for my mouth hath commanded. The Most High God commanded these words to be written down on paper. Is that all right?
And the Spirit hath gathered them.
And the Spirit hath gathered them. You bring that up. Revelations 1 and 3.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 3.
Bring it out.
Blessed is he that readeth.
Say what?
Blessed is he that readeth.
It says, blessed is he that readeth. Okay, I know a lot of females wearing shirts talking about, I'm blessed. Okay, they got the plaque in front of their car talking about, I'm blessed. Okay, I bet you nobody even read the scriptures talking about, I'm blessed, right?
And they that hear the words of this prophecy.
It said, and they that hear the words of this prophecy. Okay, we put the hearken unto this word. Okay, we are the true Jews of the Bible speakers, man. Okay, we're the Most High God chosen people. Keep going.
And keep those things which are written therein.
It said, and keep those things that are written therein. And what's written therein? The law, statutes, commandments. The commandments for us. You understand? Okay, the dietary law, the ceremonial law. Okay, the moral law. That was written for us as a nation of people. Let me get Psalms 147 and 19. Okay? Let me get Joshua 1 and 8. All right? This is a law book to govern us as a nation of people, so we conduct ourselves in righteousness, so these nations can look at us in amazement and be amazed at how we conduct ourselves as a nation of people. Okay? But if we walking around with our pants hanging down, women with their different colored weaves and get your chest hanging on out, short skirts, you wear leggings. Okay, how are you going to respect us as a nation of people?
Right.
Okay, they're going to take advantage of us. Okay, these businesses, okay, serving us pork, okay, selling weed or whatever. This is not how we're supposed to conduct ourselves in the eyes of the Most High God. Bring it out, King.
The book of Psalms, chapter 147 and verse 19.
Bring it up.
He showeth his word unto Jacob.
It says, show up his word unto Jacob, okay? His name will change to Israel. You are the true Jews. You are the sons of Jacob, the 12 tribes, the progenitor of the 12 tribes. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We are the chosen people of the Most High God, right?
His statutes.
What?
His statutes.
And his statutes, right?
And his judgments.
And his judgments.
Unto Israel.
Unto who?
Unto Israel.
Unto Israel, the so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics of Indian descent. We are the children of Israel, right?
He have not dealt so with any nation.
He have not dealt so with any other nation. Nobody else know the law, statutes, commandments but us. Okay? The laws were given to Moses, and Moses gave it to the children of Israel. And we are those people today. All right? The laws endure forever. Let me get Psalms 119 and 160. Okay.
This is the book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse 8. This is the book of the law. Sorry, slack. This book shall not depart out of thy mouth.
It says, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth. Okay? Read.
Thou shalt meditate on it therein day and night.
And we should meditate on this word day in and day out. Okay? The scriptures will be in your mind. Okay? When you wake up, when you go to bed. You're supposed to be praising the Most High God for your life. All right, read.
That thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein.
You're supposed to be doing all that is written therein. Like I said, this is a guidebook. This is a law book to conduct how we're supposed to conduct ourselves as a nation of people. Okay? It's supposed to bring order to us as a nation of people. Okay? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, bring that out. You can bring that out. Where you at? Leviticus 20 or 13. All right, we're going to bring that out. Hold on. I'm going to get this right here. Yeah, bring that out.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 20 and verse 13.
Bring it out.
If a man also lieth with mankind,
It says, if a man lays with another man, read,
as he lieth with a woman,
like as if he lied with a woman, read.
both of them have committed an abomination.
It says both of them have committed an abomination. It means it's a wicked, filthy act. Read.
They shall surely be put to death.
They shall what?
They shall surely be put to death.
They shall what?
They shall surely be put to death.
They shall surely be put to death. That's a wicked act. Okay? What made you bring up that point? He pointed at him. He said it wasn't me. Yeah, that's wild, man. Okay. That's right. Let me get Deuteronomy 1 and 1. All right, what you got? Baruch? All right, let me get Baruch 4 and 1. You go ahead.
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandment of Yahweh, and the law that endureth forever.
It says this is the book of the commandments. Oh, yeah, Psalms 119, 160. You hold on. Read.
And the law that endureth forever.
For how long?
Forever.
For how long?
Forever.
Forever. Read.
All they that keep it shall come to life.
It says all they that keep the law, statute, commandments will come to life. Read.
But such as leave it shall die.
Shall what?
Shall die.
Shall die. All right, let me get that. Psalms 119, 160.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 60.
Bring it out.
I made haste and delayed not to keep thy commandments.
It said, I made haste and delay not to. Is it 160? Oh, it's 160. 119, 160. It's okay. Bring it out? Yeah. Yeah, 119 and 160. Yeah. Yeah, bring it out.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 160.
Bring it out.
Thy word is true from the beginning.
Thy word is true from the beginning. Read.
And every one of thy righteous judgments endureth forever.
For how long?
Forever.
For how long?
Forever.
Forever. Every law, statute, commandments were endured forever, okay? This is a never-ending book. The laws are not going nowhere, okay? As long as we stand here on this earth, okay, breathing, okay, generating as a nation of people, the law still stands. Okay, the laws were never done away as a nation of people. All right, let me get Deuteronomy 28 and 1. And you get Deuteronomy 4 and 5. All right? The law, statute, commandments given us as a nation of people. Like I said, as long as we still here dwelling on the earth and generating and populating this earth as a nation of people, the laws are not going to be done away with. Okay, it's not going nowhere. All right? Until the Most High says so. Yeah, let me get it for you.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1.
Bring it out.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shall hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
It says, if we were not to hearken, if we were not to hear or listen unto the words of the Most High God, read. Huh? Keep going. Yeah, you can bring it out again.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass.
It shall come to pass, it's a future prophecy, read.
If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Most High thy power.
And we was to hearken, if we was to hear, read.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
And to observe, to do the law, statute, commandments. Okay, there's over 613 laws, read.
Which I command thee this day.
Which I command you when?
When I command thee this day.
No, which I command you tomorrow.
Which I command thee this day.
Next week?
Which I command thee this day.
Which I command you this day. What's going on, brother? How you been? Shalom, shalom. What's your name? Stanley? How you doing, Stanley? Where you from, Stanley? Oh, Fort Myers? Okay, you grew up here in Fort Myers. Okay. Now, if I was to ask you your nationality, what do you call yourself? Haitian. Okay. Okay. All praise to the Most High God. All right, you can sign. Okay. Now, can you find the word Haitian in the Bible? If I was to ask you. Okay, but those were names were put on us as a nation of people. Let me get Psalms 49:11. Okay. Yeah. According to the Bible, this is your true biblical nationality. This is what the world calls us today. That means you're a priest. Just like Moses, Aaron, you come from a lineage of priests. Yeah. Exactly. You guys were considered a priest. Oh, you got some literature for you. Here you go, King. You in a hurry? Oh, you take a flyer. Hey.
Look us up on YouTube.
Yeah, we're on YouTube, man. Check us out. Check out the flyer, man. You guys are Jews, okay? You guys are the real Israelites of the Bible, okay? All right? Yeah, you get Psalms 49:11. All right. Okay, we call our names these bywords and proverbs. This is not who we are as a nation of people. The Most High God gave us a name, okay? Yasharallah, Prince of Power, okay? We're not American, we're not black, we're not African American, we're not Haitian, we're not Jamaican, we're not Caribbean, we're not West Indian, okay? Bring it out to him. Oh, listen? Oh, okay, no problem. Let me get Psalms 49:11. Oh, the page is you understand? We were given labels, man. Okay, wherever we are or oppressor, they conquered the land and named it after themselves. And they gave us the name. They passed it on to us. Okay? We got the last names of our slave owners. All right? Bring it out, King.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 49 and verse 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
It said their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. America feel that way. Okay? All these nations, the Europeans, they feel that their houses shall continue forever. Okay, read.
And their dwelling places to all generations.
They say, and their dwelling places to all generations. That means they're trying to pass down their inheritance from generation to generation. Okay, read.
They called their lands after their own names.
And they call their lands after their own names. Okay, just like Africa. Okay, Leo Scipio's Africanus. All right, that's how the name Africa came about. But that's the name of Ham. That's the land of Ham, okay? According to the scriptures, all right? We are not from Africa, okay? We are from the land of Jerusalem. This is who we are as a nation of people. We are the chosen people of the Most High God. And it's high time for our people to wake out and to come out to the law, statute, commandment that are given to us. Let me get Romans 13:11, all right? The laws were given to us as a nation of people. We have to conduct it as a nation of people. Let me, you got Deuteronomy 4 and 5, right? Yeah, okay. I'm going to bring this out first and I'm going to jump to that. All right? Romans 13:11.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 11.
Bring it out, King.
And that knowing the time.
And that knowing the time, we are living in the last days, read.
That now is high time to awake out of sleep.
It said now it is high time for to wake out of sleep, read.
For now is our salvation nearer than when we believe.
It said now our salvation is nearer than we believe. Okay, who needs more saving than the black man, okay? We out here screaming no justice, no peace. Hands up, don't shoot, I can't breathe. Okay, we steady getting shot down by these cops. But yeah, we kill our own people, man. You killing people in your own army, man. We gotta wake up and realize that you are the true Jews that the Bible speaks of. And we're a nation of people. All right, let me get Deuteronomy 4 and 5.
It's the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgment.
It says, the Most High God said, behold, I have taught you laws, statutes, and commandments. Read.
Even as the Most High, my power commanded me.
It said, even as the Most High God commanded us. Read.
That he should do so in the land, whether he go to possess it.
And wherever we go, we have to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. If it's the Sabbath, you have to honor the Sabbath, okay? You can't be out here doing whatever you want to do. Okay, listen to this crazy rap music, going to the club, going to the mall, going to the beach. Okay, you just want to respect the Most High God's Sabbath day, read.
Keep therefore and do them.
Keep therefore and do them. Okay, the laws were given to us, read.
For this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations.
This will be our wisdom in the sight of these nations, man. They will look at us with respect and not try to take advantage of us, read.
Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this is a great nation and wise and understanding people.
And they should look at us like, man, that's a great nation, man. These people are wise, they're understanding, they know how to conduct themselves, okay? They keep the law, statutes, commandments, okay? They know how to act, they know how to talk, okay? They know how to dress, adorn themselves in modest apparel, okay? Modest apparel, okay? They keep the fringes, the borders are blue, the women keep their hair wrapped, okay? The women are dressing modest, okay? They call their husbands Lord. Okay, this one look at us like, man, these are great people, man. But now they look at us like thugs, okay, jump-offs, okay. This is not how we're supposed to be looked at as a nation of people. We're supposed to look at that as being royalty, all right? What you got? Oh, let me get 1 Peter 2 and 9, all right? We're supposed to be royalty in the eyes of these nations, and especially to the Most High, okay? Because he's looking at us, man, like, okay, let me see how they conduct themselves if I put them in this predicament, okay? I know they broke the law, statute, commandment. Let me see if they're going to wake up to the truth and come back to who they were as a nation of people. All right? Let me get 1 Peter 2 and 9, okay?
This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
But ye are a chosen generation.
And the Most High God said, you are a chosen generation. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Really?
A royal priesthood.
And what?
A royal priesthood.
We are a royal priesthood. We are royalty in the eyes of the Most High God. Okay? All right? Deuteronomy 14 and 2. All right? What you got? Let me get Deuteronomy 7 and 6. All right? And we are special in the Most High God's eyes, man. Okay? A lot of our people don't know. They don't want to destroy themselves. You know, the women want to get weaves. Okay? You wasn't born with no yellow hair, gold, purple, orange, pink. What is that, man? Bring it out, King.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
We are a holy people unto the Most High God, man. You so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We are the chosen seed, okay, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Read.
The Lord thy God has chosen thee.
The Most High God has chosen us, read.
To be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
And we above all these nations, man. Okay, the Europeans, the Chinese, the Japanese, the Arabs, the East Indians, the Africans. Okay, we are above all these nations, man. But we don't live that way. Okay, because of our disobedience, he put us on the bottom as a nation of people. All right, let me get that. 14 and 2.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 14 verse 2. But thou art an holy people.
He said, thou art a holy people. The word holy is written all throughout the scriptures. Okay, and it's only meant for one nation of people, the children of Israel, whom we are. Read.
Unto the Most High thy power.
Unto the Most High God Yahweh. Read.
And the Most High have chosen thee.
Yeah, did what?
Have chosen thee.
He have chosen thee, chosen the Israelites, the 12 tribes. Read.
To be a peculiar people.
Be a peculiar people. Okay? We are the Most High God chosen people. Isaiah 44 and 1. All right? Let me get Luke 14 and 23. And this is what we're supposed to be out here to do. Luke 14 and 23. You're not going to see the pastors out here, okay? 44 and 1. Okay? You're not going to see your pastors out here teaching his word, okay? They're not going to be out here in the house in the Bible like we're supposed to be doing. That's a commandment for us to do as prophets of the Most High. Isaiah 44 and 1. What you got? All right, let me get that first.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 14 and verse 23.
Bring it out, King.
And the Most High said unto the servant,
What did he say?
Go out into the highways and hedges.
Go out to the highways and hedges. We are here next to this highway, and next to these hedges right here. Read.
And compel them.
And do what?
And compel them.
And compel our people, okay, we so-called African Americans, okay, read.
To come in.
Do what?
To come in.
To come into the house of the Most High God, read.
That my house may be filled.
That the house may be filled. You can bring that up.
That's the book of Isaiah, chapter 44, and verse 1. Yet know Israel, O Jacob my servant, and Israel whom I have chosen.
It says, Jacob my servant, and Israel whom I have chosen. Okay? We are the servants of the Most High God. These so-called Black and Native Americans. Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 44, and verse 1. Yet know here, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen. Thus said the Most High, that made thee, and fashioned thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear he not. Fear not, O Jacob. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant. My servant.
My servant. We are the servants of the Most High God. You know what I'm saying? This is what we come out here to do as nation of people. Okay? We didn't sit us to go out there in the church houses, to sit down, clap, okay, collect money, rob the people. Bring it out, King.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, and verse 5.
Bring it out.
Before I formed thee in the belly.
And the Most High God said, before I formed thee in the belly, read.
I knew thee.
I did what?
I knew thee.
The Most High God, he knew us, read.
And before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee.
He did what?
I sanctified thee.
And he sanctified us as a nation, read.
And I ordained thee a prophet unto the nation.
And he ordained us to a prophet to the nation. This is why we out here, man. We're trying to compel the people to come in. Okay, wake them up to their nationality. Come back to their heritage. Come back to the high holy days. Okay, the Feast of Tabernacles, Hanukkah. Okay, the new moon, Purim. All right, these are our feast days. All right, this is who we are as a nation of people. Okay, it's not celebrating Christmases. It's not celebrating Halloween, Thanksgiving. That's all folly. Okay, we were never taught that as a nation of people. We were given law, statute, commandments. All right, as a nation of people. What you got? Go ahead, bring it up.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 2, and verse 27. And he shall know that I'm in the midst of Israel, and that I am the Lord your God, and none else.
And the Most High God, he is the Lord our God. That's possessive, okay? It's not the God, okay? It's not that the God of the Hittites, the Girgashites, okay? The Edomites, okay? He's the God of Israel, okay? The nation of Israel. That's who we are. All right? Let me get Amos 3 and 1. All right? We were the chosen people of the Most High God. And it's high time that we come back to our nationality, to come back to who we were as a nation of people. Okay? So we can rule this earth in righteousness, man. All right? Right up.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1. Hear this word that the Most High has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
It says, hear this word that the Most High has spoken to you, O children of Israel. Okay, the Bible is very specific on who he's talking about. Okay, he's not talking about everybody in the whole planet Earth. Okay, right?
Against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
It says, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Okay, we don't brought out Psalms 147, 19 and 20, that the laws, statutes, commandments were given to the children of Israel and the children of Israel only. And no other nations know about these laws but us. Okay? If everybody knew the law, statutes, commandments, we would have been out of here a long time ago. Okay? The Most High would have let his son crack the sky. Okay? Come in his chariots, UFOs, and redeem us from this situation. But that's how you know that the word of the Most High God is not for everybody. It's only for a select few. Okay? What you got? Okay, you can bring that out, King.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, and verse 4.
Bring it out.
And I heard another voice from heaven saying,
Saying what?
come out of her, my people.
Say, come out of her, my people. Okay, you Black, Hispanic, Native American. Come out of the ways of America. Come out of the holidays. Come out of the philosophy, the doctrines of this place. Okay? It's filthiness here, read.
That ye be not partakers of her sins.
Ye be not partakers of her sins, read.
And that ye receive not of her plagues.
And that ye receive none of her plagues. Let me get Zechariah 14 and 12. All right? You don't want to be you don't want to be here when the plagues happen. Okay? When World War III pops off, okay, when they fire those nuclear missiles at America, okay, this place is gonna be destroyed, decimated. Okay? Bring it up.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14, and verse 12. And this shall be the plague.
And this shall be the who?
And this shall be the plague.
And this shall be the plague, read.
Wherewith the Most High will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem.
And this plague is going to smite all the people that come against Jerusalem. Okay, come against the children of Israel. Because that's God's chosen people. Right?
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
Wait, repeat that again.
Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet.
And what can do that? Okay? Okay, what heat could be that intense that'll make your flesh fall off your bones, man? Okay? That's that thermonuclear missiles, okay? We got Russia, we got China, we got all these countries with nuclear technology pointed and aiming at America. Right?
And their eyes shall consume away in their holes.
And so their eyes shall consume away from their holes. Alright? Right?
And their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
And so their tongue shall consume away from their mouth, man. That's some serious heat. Let me get Malachi 4:1. Malachi 4:1. Alright? That's some serious intense heat, man. Okay? Okay? The Most High God is going to put these plagues upon the earth and going to destroy this place, okay? First he did it with the flood, okay, with Noah. Okay, he killed everybody on the planet Earth, saving only 8 people, okay? Noah, his sons, and their wives, alright? Oh, what you got? Oh, he got it, go ahead.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 4 and verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
The days coming that it shall burn as an oven, man. Okay, read.
And all the proud, yea, all that do wickedly, shall be stubble. Shall be stubble.
Shall be stubble, man. Okay, that's like little chips of wood. Okay, it catches fire easily, read.
And that the day cometh shall burn them up.
And the day cometh it shall burn them up. Is there more than that?
Yes. Said the Most High of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
You lead them neither root nor branch, man. Oh. And what can make that great noise? Thermonuclear fire. Okay, thermal, read.
And the elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Saying the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Okay, that's an intense fire, man. Okay, read.
The earth also and the works that are therein.
And also the works. Everything that's built up in America, throughout the 4 corners of earth, these buildings, okay, the highway, the trees, these cars, okay, shall be burnt with heat, read.
Shall be burned up.
Shall be what?
Shall be burned up.
It shall be burned up, read. Oh, that's it? Okay. Let me get Amos 5:23. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, you know, they're purposely trying to drown us out with this wicked music. Yeah, let me get Amos 5:23. Alright? The Most High is not listening to this garbage, man. This wickedness we got over here. Okay, they're trying to drown out the word of the Most High God, but the word's gonna go out. Okay? And it's not gonna go out void. Bring it out, King.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 23. Take thou away from me the noise of thy songs.
Okay, take away the noise of thy songs, okay?
Wednesday Wisdom, and basically the topic of tonight's class would be Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving, so to speak, or this upcoming holiday, so-called holiday that's coming up tomorrow, that our people is going to be partaking in. And you know, growing up, being young, into the world, we never thought about Thanksgiving as being something that's wicked or evil. It was just something to do. It was a time that you had a day off from work and you're spending time with your family and you're eating around the dinner table, you're watching football. But then when you start to grow up and started to learn the true meaning and the history of Thanksgiving or Thanksgiving, whatever you want to put it, there's something that's wicked behind it. And growing up, I never knew about it. We were never taught the details of what took place during the time of the Native American Indians. So we're gonna get into some scriptures dealing with this specific feast days, how we're not supposed to partake in it, and so forth. So let's open with the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 17.
It's the book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 17.
Uh-huh.
And whatsoever you do in word or deed,
It says, whatsoever you do in word or deed, whatever you speak, and the actions that follow afterwards, read.
do all in the name of Hamashiach Yahushua, giving thanks to God and the Father by him.
It says, giving thanks to Yahushua, Hamashiach Yahushua, who people even call Jesus Christ. Okay, he spoke the Hebrew, Ashwan Kodash. All right, let's get into the book of Colossians, chapter 2, and verse 8.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 2, verse 8.
Uh-huh, bring it up.
Beware.
The what?
Beware.
It says, beware. Okay, it's giving you a warning, taking heed. Read.
Lest any man spoil you.
It says, lest any man spoil you. Okay, with what?
Through philosophy.
Through what?
Through philosophy.
Through philosophies. Okay, America's full of philosophies. This whole world is pretty much full of philosophies. Y'all got our people drunken, with the doctrines of this world. Read.
And vain deceit.
And vain deceit. Something that is worthless. It's not worth partaking in. But we as a nation, we are blinded to the truth. We don't know, what we've been partaking in these feast days that we're about to get into. So we've been blinded by the truth. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a generational thing. Growing up, your moms, your grandmas did it. And it's a tradition within, majority of our households. Those who are not woken up to this truth, partaking in this Thanksgiving feast day. All right? And keep going.
Through philosophy and vain deceit.
Through philosophy and vain deceit, read.
After the tradition of men.
He said after the tradition of men. It's not Thanksgiving the tradition of men.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. These things were brought unto us since we got over here. Okay. Before we got onto this side of the world, the Western Hemisphere, we were already learned the law, statute, commandments. We already learned that we had feast days, high holy days, the new moons, the Sabbaths. We already had that. Okay. Upon reaching the shores of America and throughout the Caribbean, okay, we didn't learn that until the settlers came over and introduced their ways and their feast days to us. And ever since then, we just ran with it. You know what I mean? Okay, because we didn't know no better. All right. Let me get Hosea 4 and verse 6. Okay. Because we've been taught the ways of America and these Europeans, teaching us their feast days. And ever since then, we've been stuck with it. And like I said before, it's been passed on from generation to generation. You understand? Sitting around the dinner table and eating turkey and gravy and whatnot. Okay. America pushes it and make it seem like there's no harm to it. But we didn't. So, read it.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 4, verse 6.
Read out.
My people.
It said who?
My people.
It says my people. Okay, this is a possessive pronoun. When it says my, it's referring to a specific group of people. Okay, it's focused on that group only. It's not talking about everybody. Okay, all right. Read on.
It says, my people are destroyed.
Are what?
Are destroyed.
It said, are destroyed. Read.
For lack of knowledge.
And we are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. Not knowing that partaking in these feast days is going against the Most High God's words, going against His commandments. Okay. Nowhere in these scriptures, in these pages, you want to find anything about partaking in Thanksgiving or anything like that. Cooking turkey. Okay, it's not in the scripture. We got to do thus saith the Most High. Read.
It says, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Because we have rejected His word, His knowledge that was given to us from the Most High. Read.
I will also reject thee.
And the Most High says He's going to reject us as a nation of people. Okay. Till this day, we haven't left. We still here in the land of our captivity, partaking in their feast days, their holidays, the ways and the philosophies of America. Read on. Was that on it?
No, this is one more.
Okay.
Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
And we have forgotten the laws of the Most High God. You understand? We've been subjugated to the ways of America, and their ways and their doctrines. Okay. Partaking in their holidays that have been given to us throughout these years, the Christmases, Thanksgiving that's coming up tomorrow. Our people are going to be acting a fool. You already know. Our people are going to be out there in the streets, wilding out, riding on their dirt bikes and four-wheelers, acting crazy. Well, people, man, it's like Master just gave us a day off. Let's just wild out. Just act the fool out here in these streets, man. Ride our four-wheelers and act the fool. You know what I mean? So we got to come out of that, man. But like the scripture says, some of our people is not going to hearken unto the word. You know, so they don't want to do nothing to do with this Bible. They hate laws. You know, they hate to be told what to do. Because America provides everything that they want. You know what I'm saying? There's no structure here. So they feel like, you know, hey, we can do whatever America says we can do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to read the Bible. I don't want to know no instructions on how to live. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they don't have a need to read the Bible because they go to church where it's read to them.
Exactly.
So someone's telling them what to do, they don't have to do it themselves. It's not an issue for them anymore.
Yeah, pretty
and
much.
all they hear is pretty things. Oh, I can still go to heaven even though I'm doing bad things. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what it
laws.
is.
What laws?
Exactly. What
How
laws?
we know laws? Laws I believe.
Exactly. But they fought in the lands of this land. They ain't got no issue with that. You know what I mean? So
because they don't want to go to jail. That's why.
of course,
They
most
don't,
definitely.
they don't think the judgments of the Most High is something to be worried about.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly what it is. Yeah. What you got?
2 Kings 17, verse 8.
2 Kings.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to start at 7, but it's talking about we follow the custom. They started
What's this fucking Kings?
That was one you had thought about earlier, huh?
Yeah. What's that, 7?
2 Kings 8, and it's 8 is the point, but you can start at 7.
You said 2 Kings chapter 8?
Chapter 17. Verse
Chapter 17.
17, okay.
Uh-huh.
So,
Let's see here.
you must start at 7?
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, start at 7.
This is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 17, verse 7.
Uh-huh.
For it was that the children of Israel had sinned against their Adawan, their power.
For it was the children of Israel sinned against the Most High their power. Read.
Okay. Which had brought them up out of the land of Egypt.
Which have brought them out of the land of Egypt. You understand? The Most High is only dealing with us. You understand? Like I said, in Amos 3:1. Okay, he's not talking about everybody. No, not everybody went through slavery. Nobody built up the cities of Egypt. So the Most High is only dealing with a specific group of people, who are the children of Israel, who we are. All right, read.
From under the hand of Pharaoh, the king of Egypt.
Uh-huh.
And had feared of the powers.
Uh-huh.
And walked in the statutes of the heathen.
And did what?
Walked in the statutes of the heathen.
And the same thing applies today. We walking in the statutes of the heathen. Okay, we learn their customs, celebrating their holidays, okay, making this economy rich. We are the biggest spenders, man. Mm-hmm. And that's the thing people don't understand, you know what I mean? You spending all this money and billions of dollars feeding the economy, okay? It's crazy, man. Read on.
Okay, so it says, and they walked in the statutes of the heathen, whom the Most High had cast out of the land before.
Uh-huh.
The children of Israel and the kings of Israel, which they had made.
Uh-huh.
And the children of Israel did secretly those things that were not right against the Most High, their power.
And the Most High said, the children of Israel did secretly those things that were not right against the Most High, their power. Uh-huh.
And they built them high places in all their cities, from the tower of the watchmen to the fenced cities.
Uh-huh.
They set them up images and groves in every high hill, and under every green tree. And there they burnt incense in all the high places, as did the heathen whom the Most High carried away before them. And wrought wicked things.
And did what?
And wrought wicked things.
What's Thanksgiving?
Wrought wicked things.
Wrought wicked things, read.
To provoke the Most High to anger.
And we provoke the Most High to anger by doing these things, celebrating these feast days. You know what I'm saying? If we could tell these people to, about we have a heritage or whatnot, they'll probably look at you crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? This is what I've known all my life. You know what I'm saying? And it's been passed down to generation and generation. And they feel as though if you break it, there's something wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why we still here in this captivity. You know what I'm saying? We choose oppression. We choose whatever feels right and comfortable in America, okay? We don't want to go outside the norm, okay? We want to stick to what we know, okay? My mom had this recipe and she passed it down from grandma, this grandma, and so forth, and I'm gonna teach my children. I mean, we gotta break out of that.
Yeah, so what this say is when it comes to the food that we eat, and
Yeah.
it's part of our culture.
Can.
But it's not. This is what they gave us in our captivity. This was stuff to keep us in sin.
Exactly.
This was the bottom of the barrel. This stuff that they enjoyed. But for us, it was considered sin to the Most High. So they gave it to us because they know who we are.
Exactly.
But again, Israel does not know, nor do we consider. So that's why they beat it into us. Do these things, to enjoy these things, and now we pass it on willingly because we don't know who we are as a people.
Yeah.
That's why we're going to be continuing into going the circle of sin, or it says add sin to sin.
Exactly. So let me get the book of Exodus, chapter 19, and verse 3 through 8.
Exodus 3 to 8.
Yeah.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 3, verse 8. Oh, 19.
Yeah, chapter 19, verse 3 through 8.
Oh, Joe says it.
Mm-hmm.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 19, verse 3.
Uh-huh.
And Moses went up unto the Most High, and the Most High called unto him out of the mountain, saying, Thus shalt thou say unto the house of Jacob.
Unto the house of Jacob, uh-huh.
And tell the children of Israel.
Mm-hmm. Tell the children of Israel whom we are, all right.
Ye have seen what I did unto the Egyptians.
And he's giving us a reminder. He said, don't you see what I did to the Egyptians? Read.
And how I bear you on eagle's wings,
uh-huh.
and brought you unto myself.
And brought you unto myself, because he's nursed us, you understand? Read.
Now therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed, and keep my covenant.
And do what?
Keep my covenant.
And keep my covenant, because we made an agreement with the Most High. Read.
Then you shall be a particular treasure unto me.
Then they say, ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto the Most High. But that's how the Most High look at us, you understand? He respected us. But when we started to dwell in other deities and follow in the ways of these lands, of these nations, you know, the Most High get angry with us. He says he's a jealous power. Read on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. It says, and keep my covenant,
uh-huh.
Then ye shall be a particular treasure unto me, above all people.
It said above all people, like it said in Deuteronomy 7:6, read.
For all the earth is mine.
For all the earth is the Most High Yahweh's, read.
And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests.
A kingdom of who?
A kingdom of priests.
A kingdom of priests, read.
And holy nation.
And a holy nation. Holy meaning is separate. You got to be separate from everybody else. Okay, we're not supposed to partake in, you know, these heathens and these other nations' ways. Read.
These are the words that thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel.
Uh-huh.
And Moses came and called for the elders of the people, and laid before their faces all these words which the Most High had commanded him.
Mm-hmm.
And all the people answered together and said, all that the Most High had spoken, we shall do.
He said, we shall what?
We shall do. No, sorry, we will do.
And we will do. He said, we pretty much made an agreement in a covenant. It's like we signed a contract with the Most High. We agreed to it. We're not going to go off left or right. We're going to keep a straight, narrow path. But when you keep reading through the scriptures, we went off as a nation of people. That's why we're still here today. Okay, nothing has changed, nothing new under the sun. Okay, we still follow other deities, worship other gods, getting with other nations, okay, having families with other nations of people. You understand? Read on.
We will do. And Moses returned the words of the people unto the Most High.
All right, let me get Isaiah 30 and verse 1. And that's the issue with our people today. We have yet to change as a nation of people. You know what I'm saying? This is the reason why we go out to the highways and byways to wake our people up, let them know who they are, that they have a tradition, that they have, you know, a rich history. But, you know, some people want to hearken, some people do, but we can't get them all, you know what I'm saying? So, many are called, few were chosen. Read it.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Woe to the rebellious children.
It says what?
Woe to the rebellious children.
It says, woe, destruction unto the rebellious children. Read.
Say the Most High.
Uh-huh.
For I take counsel, but not of me.
And our people take counsel of everything else but the Most High. You understand? They're trying to look for answers from this guy, or this philosophy, and this book, and this political leader, or this president. That's, that's the reason why people go out there and vote and all that stuff. That they're trying to look for something that's going to fit their narrative. Read on.
And that, okay, we'll take counsel, but not of me. And that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
Said, but not of my spirit. Read.
That they may add sin to sin. That walk to go down into Egypt.
He said that walk to go down to Egypt. Read.
And have not asked at my mouth.
They have not asked at the Most High's mouth. Read.
To strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh.
In the strength of Pharaoh.
And to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
And to trust in the shadow of Egypt. It's like twofold. Egypt, or so-called modern-day Egypt today, which is America. All right. Jump down to where was it? 7.
Verse 7. For the Egyptians shall help in vain.
He said, for the Egyptians shall help in vain. It's like America. We try to seek answers and seek help from these people, but it's going to be worthless. Read.
And to no purpose.
And to no purpose. You understand? Read.
Therefore have I cried concerning this. Their strength is to sit still.
Read on.
Now go, write it before them in a table. And note it in a book.
And note it where?
In a book.
In a book. The scriptures read.
That it may be for the time to come, forever and ever. That this is a rebellious people.
He said, this is a rebellious people. This is like all through the scriptures, we being rebellious, man. We don't want to follow the law, statute, commandments. We want to do what everybody else wants to do, not what the Most High says we're supposed to do. Read.
Lying children.
Lying children. Read.
Children that will not hear the law of the Most High.
And other people don't want to hear the words of the Most High. They want to hear, what America has to offer. You understand? Read.
Which say to the seers.
What they say?
See not.
See not. Read.
And to the prophets.
And to the who?
The prophets.
The prophets. That's like us going out to the highways and the byways, right? Trying to reach our people. Read.
Prophesy unto us right things.
He said, prophesy not unto us right things. Don't tell us not to celebrate Thanksgiving. Okay? Don't tell us not to celebrate Christmas. Okay? And Valentine's Day and New Year's. Read.
Speak unto us smooth things.
He said, speak unto us smooth things. You understand? Tell us what we want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Wish us a Merry Christmas. Or say Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, happy holidays. So, sometimes when people say that to me, it's like, you're not trying to be rude, but in your mind's like, I don't really celebrate it. Or you can say it in a nice way, in a polite way. But you don't want to get too deep. So, you know what I'm saying? People get offended, whatever. So, yeah. Read on.
Prophesy deceits.
It said prophesy lies. That's what you want to hear. Okay? They don't want to hear the truth. Let me get, is it Isaiah 28. And let me see here.
There's the book of Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 15. Because you have said, we have made a covenant with death.
You have made a covenant with who?
With death. And with hell are we at agreement.
And with hell are we at an agreement. Read.
When the overflowing scourge, overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge.
And we have made lies our refuge, man. Okay? Our people don't want to hear the truth, man. That's why they stay in these churches. You understand? They stay in the philosophies of the Christianity, the Baptist church. No matter how many times you bring this word out to them, they just don't see it. You understand? Because the Most High haven't opened their eyes yet. And they're still blind to this truth. Let me get Jeremiah 7 and verse 4.
What you got, officer? Is it 5:20? 20 says, okay. There's the book of Isaiah, chapter 5, verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good.
It says, woe unto them that call evil good. Read.
And good evil.
And good evil. They don't see nothing wrong with celebrating Thanksgiving and hanging out with the family, but they don't know the true history of it.
Yeah, what they show you is that it's a time to give thanks for all that's happening in your life, everything that's good is going on. Let's just be thankful.
Yeah, they love to see
Be
that.
thankful that we massacred your people.
That's crazy.
I would left you here. Let's just be thankful.
Exactly. That's basically what it is. It's like they cover it up, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Be thankful that we left you in the hood.
Uh-huh.
We still got you in captivity.
Yeah, we still got you in captivity. Well, you know, we
our people
give you a
don't know that.
paycheck now.
Yeah. As long as I get paid, I don't think I'm in captivity.
That literally happened today. I spoke to one of my coworkers about that.
Uh-huh.
Like, because he has 2 jobs. I'm like, oh, so are you going back up into slavery? He's like, what?
He said, what?
I said, you're
boy.
going back to the plantation because you're still slaves. He said, no, I'm not slaves no more.
Yeah, right. You don't know.
I get a paycheck. I'm like,
Oh, boy, I tell you, our people
I was like,
destroyed.
bro, you don't get it, man.
He don't get it, man. He don't know what's going on.
You don't know what's going on.
Go ahead, read on.
Okay, for 20. So,
Yeah.
I said, woe unto them that call evil good
Mhm.
and good evil,
Uh-huh.
that put darkness for light
Uh-huh.
and light for darkness,
Uh-huh.
that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter.
Exactly. That put darkness for light and light for darkness. That put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. You know what I'm saying? Our people, you know, they don't want to wake up to this knowledge, man. They're comfortable, man. They like things the way they are. They don't want no change. You understand? Let me get Jeremiah 7 verse 8. Oh, the 7? Yeah, Jeremiah 7 and 4.
74.
Yeah.
Tell them
Go
to
there
pick
first.
this.
'Cause we can't trust in what man say. That's the issue with our people, man.
Let me know you're ready.
Go ahead.
Here's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 7, verse 4.
Mm-hmm.
Trust ye not in lying words.
Do what?
Trust ye not in lying words,
Uh-huh.
saying, for temple of the Most High, but temple of the Most High. Oh, I'm sorry, they're twice.
Yeah, just
Oh,
that
okay.
first part. Yeah.
But temple of the Most High are these.
Uh-huh. Jump to verse 8.
Verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, ye trust in lying words.
What do our people do?
Ye trust in lying words,
Uh-huh.
that cannot profit.
It cannot profit us. It's not going to help us at all listening to, you know, these nations telling us what we can and can't do or what holidays to celebrate. You understand? It's like we just, it's like we're programmed. You understand? What you say?
Verse 9
What verse 9 say?
says, will ye steal, murder, and commit
Mhm.
adultery, and swear falsely, and burn incense unto Baal,
Mm-hmm.
and walk after other gods' feast days?
Exactly.
And he didn't give us holidays or folly days because we never celebrated. Because all these holidays that we celebrate was wicked, it's sin.
Yeah, you're right.
And the way to sin is
It's
death.
death. That's the thing. We can't trust in these lying words. Let me get Isaiah 58 and verse 3. You know what I'm saying? Because we have a whole list of nations that's against us.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it says in Psalms 83. And we can't trust in these nations. We have to trust in the Most High. Bring it out.
Here's the book of Isaiah, chapter 58.
Oh, Psalms.
Oh, no.
Psalms 58, verse 3.
Sorry.
It's okay. You understand? We can't trust these nations, man. You know, everybody had a hand in our downfall. And they want to keep it that way. Read on.
Here's the book of Psalms, chapter 58, verse 8.
58 and 3.
58 3.
Mm-hmm.
The wicked are estranged from the womb.
It says the wicked are estranged from the womb. Okay, straight out the gate. Read.
They go astray as soon as they be born.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking lies.
Doing what?
Speaking lies.
It says they go astray as soon as they be born speaking lies. You understand? So we can't trust in all these nations and trying to get into their feast days and their holidays. Because they have nothing to do with us as a nation of people. We were given law, statute, commandments as a nation. All right? Let me get, I was going to get into that. Let me see here. Jeremiah, it's Isaiah 28, verse 15. All right. Okay, let me get, First Maccabees. Chapter 1, verse 13.
Chapter 1.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1, verse 11, didn't you?
Yeah, First Maccabees.
First Maccabees 11?
It's 1 and verse 11.
1 and verse 11. I was right the first time.
Uh-huh.
In those days,
In those days, read.
went they out of Israel
Uh-huh.
wicked men.
Oh, at First Maccabees,
Yeah.
verse 11 through 13. Go ahead, continue.
First Maccabees, yeah. 11.
No, he wanted to know
Okay.
for edification. First Maccabees 1 verse 11.
Reads the book of First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 11. In those days, when they're out of Israel, wicked men.
What kind of men?
Wicked men.
It said wicked men, read.
Who pursued many, saying.
He said who persuaded many.
Oh, sorry.
That's like in this society, you know, why don't you come over for, a plate of food?
Why don't you come on over?
Just a little something, something, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That used to be the thing. When you was back in the world, you used to like house hop. You know what I'm saying? Get a plate from this house, go to my auntie house, go to my cousin house, get a plate from over there. But, but what we don't understand, that's nothing but just gluttony. That's basically what you're doing.
You might have a precept for that too.
Yeah, because I got that scripture on that too, but I ain't gonna get into it just yet. So that's basically what it is, man. We're just being a gluttonous nation of people, doing house hopping during Thanksgiving. You understand? Read on.
Oh, you're right. I got you.
Yeah.
One more time from the top. First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen.
He said, let us go make a covenant with the heathen. Let's go make a covenant with their feast days. Okay? Celebrate their holidays. Read.
That are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
He said, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. You understand? And that's the thing that's the issue with our people. We don't want to, separate from the ways of America and its philosophies. Okay? We're so comfortable in doing it. Like I said, it's like a generational curse. And we have to come out to the scriptures to break that. Okay? So we can come back as a nation of people and gather ourselves together. Thus saith the Most High. Alright? Let me get, let's see here. Where is it? Oh, okay. 2 verse 21. First Maccabees.
2:41?
Yeah. First Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 21.
2:21, gotcha.
Yeah.
This book of First Maccabees chapter 2 verse 21. Yahweh forbid that we should forsake the law and the ordinances.
It says the Most High forbid that we should forsake the law and the ordinances. You know what I'm saying? Because we were given law, statute, commandments to govern ourselves as a nation. You understand? We got our own feast days partaking. We got more feast days than what America has offered. So why are we partaking in what they have? You understand? Okay? We supposed to be doing these feast days high. But our people rather do what America tells them to do. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense. So let's get to the book of, let's see here. First Maccabees. Okay, I did that one already. Let me get Psalms 55, verse 20. This is a very popular scripture, and it kind of relates to, how the settlers came over to America and met the natives that was already here. Okay?
Psalm 55?
Yeah.
On top?
Psalms 55 and verse 20.
Here's the book of Psalms, chapter 55, verse 20. He that put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him, he had broken his covenant.
He had did what?
He had broken his covenant.
And they have broken the covenant. You understand? These settlers, these colonizers, how they call them today, and these so-called pilgrims, they came over, from Europe and whatnot. They came over to America, and then they met the natives, and they pretty much deceived them. You understand? And that's how so many of our Native American brothers are in reservations nowadays. They've been killed off. You know what I'm saying? They killed all the buffalo. Well, we about to get into that later on. We got some pictures of that. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much what happened over here. And now they're trying to mask it and make it seem like it's a good thing. You spending time with your family, hanging around the dinner table. And back then, what my people's was, okay, who's going to get the drumstick this year? That was always a thing with my family, man. Okay, who's going to get the drumstick this year? You understand? That was the thing that we did. But we didn't know no better, you understand? We were destroyed for lack of knowledge. We weren't taught that, you understand? Like I said, it's a generational thing. Read on.
The words of his mouth were smoother than butter.
It said the words of his mouth were smoother than butter. You understand? They could talk a good game. Read.
But war.
But what?
But war.
It says, but war, read.
Was in his heart.
Was in his mind. Okay. They came peacefully, but in their mind, you know what? We want to get rid of these people. We want to kill them off. We want to take over the land. You understand? We got your hands up?
No, no.
Oh, okay. Read on. It said his words.
Yet were there.
It said his words were smoother.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
His words were smoother than butter.
Uh-huh.
His words were softer than oil.
He said his words were softer than oil. Man, that's crazy. That's some smooth talking, really.
Yeah. Yet were they drawn swords.
He said, yet were they drawing swords. You understand? This is how they approach the natives. You understand? They approach them with the sword or the modern day gun. Or back then it was the so-called Gatling gun.
Oh, no.
Man, that's crazy.
That's horrible.
That's a horrible way to go out, man. But these nations knew exactly what they were doing when they came over here and they saw the natives and they saw how they wanted to conquer the people. You know what I'm saying? They conquered the natives with the smallpox and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Broke all the treaties with the Native Americans. They knew exactly what they were doing. But I can't really blame them because we went off as a nation and people decided to do our own thing. We didn't want to follow the law, statute, commandments. You know what I'm saying? We wanted to worship other deities because we wanted to go far away from Israel. You understand? Right?
I had a precept I want to use.
But you found something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I want to go to Psalms 2.
So this is for what you said about Easter, how they destroyed us. Because it's their blessing.
Okay.
So this book of Genesis, chapter 27 and verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, no, I'm sorry, it's one up against the hill. Verse 40. And by the sword shalt thou live. By the sword.
And by the sword. That's how these nations live. They live by the sword. The modern day sword is the gun now. Okay, read.
By the sword shalt thou live,
and
shalt serve thy brother.
And in the flip side of it, he gonna start to serve us anyway. You understand? Because the Most High is about balance. Okay? It's already a fixed fight. We're gonna win anyway. You know what I'm saying? The story has a happy ending, like they always used to say. All right. Let me get let me see. Oh, let me get Psalms 79 and verse 1.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 79, verse 1.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. It's okay. Go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 79, verse 1. O Yahweh, the heathen have come unto thine inheritance.
You said the heathen have done what?
Come unto thine inheritance.
The heathen are come into thine inheritance.
I'm sorry. Thy holy temple have they defiled.
They did what?
Thy holy temple have they defiled.
And they defiled the temple, read.
They have laid Jerusalem on heaps.
They have laid Jerusalem in heaps. You understand? Read.
The dead bodies of thy servants.
It said the dead bodies of the servants, read.
Have they given to be meat unto the fowls of the heavens. And the flesh of thy saints unto the beast of the earth. Their blood have they shed like water round about Jerusalem. And there was none to bury them. We have become a reproach to our neighbors.
And we have been reproached to our neighbors, read.
A scorn and derision to them that are round about us. How long, Most High, wilt thou be angry forever?
He said, how long, Most High, will thou be angry with us forever? You understand? We're questioning this thing. You understand? Because of our disobedience. Read.
Shall thy jealousy burn like fire?
He says, shall thy jealousy burn like fire? We're questioning this. Read.
Pour out thy wrath upon the heathen.
Do what?
Pour out thy wrath upon the heathen.
And this is like it's like crying out. It's like pour out their wrath upon the heathen. Read.
That have not known thee.
They have not known thee. Read.
And upon the kingdoms that have not called upon thy name.
And upon the kingdoms, man. There's so many kingdoms around this world. It's like, man, the Most High had to give. He's like, he just want revenge, pretty much. Read.
For they have devoured Jacob.
For they have did what?
Devoured Jacob.
And they have devoured us as a nation of people, man. Okay? All the 12 tribes have been devoured by all these nations, man. You know, they're taking crafty counsel, like it says in Psalms 83, to come against us. Okay? They know our weaknesses. They know our strength is coming together as a nation. But we're divided. And they want to keep it so. Read.
Saw that? Okay.
Verse 7.
Verse 7. For they have devoured Jacob and laid waste laid waste his dwelling place.
And they laid waste the dwelling places, read.
Oh, remember not against us former iniquities. Let thy tender mercy speedily prevent us. For we are brought very low.
For we are brought down very low as a nation. You understand? Read.